the first thing you actually started about was using your family messaging regarding sex, where it's like, hey, take an offensive position as well. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I think so often as parents, when this topic comes up, our instinct is kind of a defensive plan. We want to be really careful and protect them. So this is what they're not going to know, or these are the classes they're not going to attend at school, or the books they're not going to read, or the shows they're not going to watch, or the songs they're not going to listen to. We kind of have our defensive strategy, but we really encourage parents to kind of take a step back before you start having these conversations and really just kind of ask yourself, what do I really believe about sex? And then what do I want my kids to know about sex if they're growing up in my home? And I think answering that question really kind of gives some shape and direction to so many of these conversations, because if you only have this defensive strategy, then you're just kind of reactive all the time. You're not prepared. And so we really encourage parents to kind of step back before they start having these conversations to figure out, okay, where are we going? What do I believe? What kind of direction are we heading in for this topic of sex? And then that really kind of narrows in your conversations with your kids. And it kind of gives you a little bit more confidence because you have a plan. So your family message essentially answers that question we just said, which is, what do I want them to know about sex if they're growing up in my home? And we are very aware that that's going to sound different for everybody. Lots of families are going to handle this in different directions because lots of families, it's a very personal topic. Not everybody believes the same thing when it comes to sex. And so we would just encourage families to really think through that question of, what do you want them to know? What's kind of your offensive approach?